Welcome to Homework Lib.
We want to find all the shifts and translations of the function y equals tangent of 2x minus 3 pi. I would write this as y equals tangent of 2, factor the 2 out, x minus 3 pi over 2. That way, we can see that the period is going to be, normally it's pi for tangent, but we have the scalar of 2, so we have to divide we can say that the period is pi over 2 instead of pi. Let's put it that way. The phase shift is 3 pi over 2. It's going to the right, 3 pi over 2. The vertical shift is 0. It doesn't have one. The vertical asymptotes now, if typically it goes from negative tangent, this is the parent tangent graph, goes from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. But if we're going to the right, 3 pi over 2, and we're shrinking it horizontally, by the horizontal shrink, this is now pi over 4, negative pi over 4, and pi over 4. So the asymptote is 3 pi over 4, but we have to take that pi over 4 asymptote currently and shift it to the right 3 pi over 2, or 6 pi over 4. So it's now at 7 pi over 4, plus or minus the period, which is pi over 2, where n is an integer. Okay, so we have a vertical asymptote at 7 pi over 4. How many cycles do we do? Make sure we show it. The period should start at 0 to 2 pi, but with transformations can change. Okay. The parent function is we're going to have, these are all going to be, let's say, pi over 4. And this will be 1. So we'll have asymptotes at 7 pi over 4. And every pi over 2 units from there, which in fourths, if we're designating this as fourths, would be every 2 of them. So that'd be every pi over 2 or 2 pi over 4. So it was a big shift. You could do less if you don't use the same scale as me. Oh no, I did this wrong. And the negatives, I missed one. So give me just a second to get those gone. Okay, because it's every pi over 2, so there's our vertical asymptotes correctly in the negative territory. In 1 and negative 1, it'll go through the x-axis at all those major tick marks. And you're asked to graph all the asymptotes and points. So all of these, that's at 0, pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi. You got halfway between those would be at 1, and so on. I think you can add more detail that you think is necessary here, but I think there's quite a bit of detail for you to work with here.